Hey guys and gals, my name is Adrock, and this video is a heads up on Trion's new game, Atlas Reactor. This game is in beta as of this recording, so things can change, please keep that in mind. But that's what the heads up is all about, to give you notice on something new coming your way. Atlas Reactor is a team tactics game by Trion, you know, the Arcade, Rift, and Trope guys and gals, whose entry into the top-down slobberknocker field inhabited by League of Legends, Dota, Heroes of the Storm, and others has a few little quirks to help it hopefully stand out in the field. First and foremost, it's turn-based. While your first reaction is, what? Think of it in the same sense as Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem, only quicker. Combat's broken down into 2 modes and 4 phases. Decision mode lets you pick what skills you wish to use and where to go within a 20-second time limit, and resolution mode parses it all out into prep phase, where moves like heals, shields, or buffs tend to fall into. Dash phase, player decided movement abilities mostly, but the kicker here is they all happen at once, no turn-based, like no one takes turns. And blast phase, you know, the slobber knocking phase where everyone gets to shoot off their abilities whether or not they die this turn. Oh yeah, and movement, which lets everybody move. You know, rinse and repeat. This sounds like a lot and it's very time consuming, but Atlas Reactor's time limit and win conditions, which is the first to 5 kills or the most after 21 turns, helps keep the game snappy and oddly comforting, allowing you to think ahead and plan rather than to react at the situation at hand. Its second quirk is its setting. Atlas Reactor forgoes the fantasy setting of its competitors and launches players into a sci-fi dystopia world. Atlas Reactor's cast of obligatory archetypes called freelancers, or lancers colloquially, are quickly endearing and well animated, quipping, saving, slaughtering, and hamming it up with the best of them. Where it seems like other games are more about rugged world affair building with huge stakes on the line, Atlas Reactor's cast throws a more adventurous and fun vibe into the mix, which does not seem like much, but actually can help alleviate player tensions when on the field of battle. Freelancer abilities are phase-defined and cooldown based by turns and generate energy which unleash massive ultimate moves once topped off. If you're in a bind, you use a catalyst to set yourself up or get out of dodge, just like a summoner spell in League of Legends. You can only use them once per match though. The more attached you are to your freelancer translates into their own separate leveling experience, awarding players with profile banners, emotes, access to alternate skin colors, and taunts. Taunts show off time played and flesh out a character by showcasing a small cinematic before abilities go off. You can even customize your abilities before matches by equipping mods that augment you and your playstyle. You can get these mods by leveling up your characters or by purchasing through ISO. More on ISO in a bit. Trion are also looking to shore up a common complaint amongst communities with this style of game, the lore. Player cards are shown with one of 3 trusts, the Omni Trust, Evolution Solutions, or Robotics, or be a 4th unaligned trust called Wildcard. And the seasons you unlock at level 10 seem to progress the story and flesh out the alien world and its inhabitants through contracts that players compete through gameplay. If you look closely at a freelancer's trust, it's labeled as current, which means allegiances can change as the story progresses. What this could mean for mechanics is anybody's guess, but lore hounds and customizing aficionados might want to take note. Taking part in the story season looks to award players with more than just ISO. Players can acquire loot matrices, which unlock cosmetics like banners, crafting items, skins, you know, what have you, all sorts of stuff. Unfortunately, I have not gone into it far enough to really see what they do and what they can unlock. Speaking of customizing, the cash shop is open for business. You can accrue funds in 2 well-known ways. ISO, the in-game currency you get from contracts and games, and credits from, you know, your card. The exchange seems fair as of this beta, but who knows what finalized prices will be like in the future, so please keep that in mind. They also have a pre-order model with prices ranging from $9.99 to $99.99 USD. Keep that in mind also, because this heads up it's a closed beta, and Atlas Reactor does not seem to have a release date yet. This could be beneficial and release out of the blue like Heroes of the Storm, or flop like a dead fish like Dawngate, never make it out of pre-release. Your mileage may vary. Now that all the basic explanations are out of the way, how does it play? Refreshingly fun. The tutorials method of getting you into the world of Atlas Reactor is small but serviceable, giving you just enough to get in on the action while emphasizing that these freelancers and the world aren't just art school graduate ideas thrown at the wall to see what sticks. The first couple of matches feel overwhelming, but I was able to quickly get into the swing of things. The freelancers' personalities far outshine the cliched archetypes they inhabit, but that's really not a horrible thing as it seems, as that kind of archetype helps really, you know, create a readable silhouette in the middle of battle. The abilities themselves marry the skill shots and targeted ability language that most people already know from pen and paper and MOBAs gracefully. I do wish there were a few things that were more easily readable, like a "hey stupid" moment when I accidentally delete my orders in decision mode and wondered why I was doing nothing during resolution mode. The lobby itself is polished as hell and easy to navigate. Almost everything you need is easy to find, and if you go looking for it, you don't have to go far. The only hard part for me was finding information on status effects, which were in more than one place than just the what's new information panel. That could change. The in-game UI is chunky, it's decent for a beta, and a tiny bit hard to read as the ability icons don't stand out as much as you would think. I often found myself hovering over everything as much as I could so I don't use a random ability during decision phase. I have a few issues with the UI overall, but that's mostly boiled down to a personal preference and something not really fit for a heads up. I mentioned refreshing earlier because Atlas Reactor is not forcing an esports mentality down players' throats. Trion might have thought that the game's flavor might not just be as successful in its current state, and the team has seemed to have focused more on delivering a fun experience through its GG boosts, vibe, and world building. To me, it's super welcome, and that may change down the road, but for now, Atlas Reactor does not need a built-in esports ecosystem to succeed. Its turn-based combat is a godsend to the current crop of MOBAs and MOBA likes. Forcing players to review their actions, move deliberately, and strategize can often cool hot heads, as well as give groups of players on a TeamSpeak or Discord a sense of relaxed coordination. I strongly recommend playing with friends on a VoIP service, as Atlas Reactor has breathing room to goof around one moment and then pretend like you're the next General Patton the next. They may call it a team tactics game, but in my opinion, I would call it a competitive board game. Playing it with friends reminds me of playing Dungeons & Dragons, or, being at a game night, where you're just having fun with everybody and just goofing around and just having fun instead of trying to grind out of some fabled elo hell. I mean, hell, throw in a few beers and a Twitch stream and let the good times commence. Who knows where Atlas Reactor will end up in this current age of ability-based shooters, fighters, brawlers, cooking simulators, blah 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 blah, but this may be the first Trion game that I've played where I'll gladly put it in my rotation as a wind-down good time game. That's it for this video of Heads Up. If you want more information on Atlas Reactor, please let me know. Anything to improve the channel, let me know. Either way, I hope you enjoy the video. Bye.